Okay, so today I want to show y'all how to hook up your own basic solar system. Got several components, so stick with me till the end and I'll explain all of them to you. The first component I want to talk about is your solar panel. Panels are going to range anywhere from 30, 40 watts all the way up to 300, 400, 500, 600 watts, whatever. But these panels here, particular panels here, are 350 watt panels. They're German engineered, they're monocrystalline. I recommend that you get monocrystalline panels. The reason I say that is because when it's cloudy outside, just Google the difference. It's a lot to talk about in one video, but when it's that cloudy outside like it is today, they'll still work. So you can tell it's still pushing out power, and you can get you a voltage meter and test these. I bought these off Marketplace. You don't have to buy new panels. You can find them all day long on Marketplace where they decommission these solar farms, and you can get them for a fraction of the price. Buy you a $15 voltage tester meter and take it with you and make sure they work. That's all you got to do. These panels last for a long time. They're not super bad about breaking down or having any kind of problems with them. And all the information on your panel is going to be on the back side. There's a little sticker down here that's got all your voltage, your amperage, your wiring, everything that you need to know with it. And then that little box that comes out of it's got your plug-in cables. They're all universal. So your next component's going to be a charge controller. That's this thing right here. What this does is regulates the voltage coming from the solar panel to your battery. And these things are kind of like a smart device. They sense the voltage of the battery and they keep that regulated so it doesn't overcharge or undercharge. These things are relatively cheap. You don't have to buy a super expensive one. If you've got the money and you want to buy a more expensive brand, more power to you. This is a 50 amp, 12 volt 50 amp, and I got it for like 25 bucks, either off Amazon or TikTok Shop. I've got several of them. I don't know for sure where I got that one. They're easy to use. Most of them are automatic. You can go through and set everything, and they come with instructions on how to set them, and it explains, look up your batteries and the parameters you need to set it to if you need to set it different than what it comes from the factory. But most of them, they're okay from the factory, and they'll sense what type battery you have, and they'll adjust automatically. Your next component is going to be the most expensive component. That's going to be your battery. Now, you need to do your research on your batteries. You can use a regular car battery, but it's not going to hold any kind of juice. The car batteries are designed, when you see on the top of them, they'll say 700 cranking amps, 800 cranking amps, whatever. They're designed to put out a lot of power all of a sudden, and that's it. They're not designed for a steady drip of power that your AC, which is alternating current household items, are going to drain. They need a steady, constant supply of power. So what I've done a lot of research on these. Do your research, do your own homework. The AGM batteries, even the deep cycle batteries, the efficiency of them is like 22 or 23%. It's just way in the basement. It's not worth buying them. If you've got a bunch laying around, use them, that's fine. But if you're going to invest money in batteries, buy lithium life PO4 batteries. Now, listen to me. If you buy these in the States from like Battleborn or Trojan, they're going to cost you $1,200 for a 100 amp hour battery. They sell them, in amp hours, like 100, 200, and so on and so forth. But it's the simplest thing to do is just get you some 100 amp hour batteries, and you can put them together and do whatever you need to do. If you need 200 AH or whatever, and you can do them in parallel or series. You can take two of them and make a 24 volt system, so on and so forth. I want to get into videos explaining all that in the next few days, but I want to stay on point. These batteries right here, I found these batteries overseas, and they're available now on TikTok Shop. I'm going to leave a link below. They are $300 a piece. So you can buy 4 of these batteries for the price that you'll pay for one in the States. They're the exact same batteries, the exact same parameters. These batteries last 20, 25 years. Just do your research on them. The company name is Lido Cala. I'm going to post a link below. Like I said, for a 100 AH 12 volt battery, they're just under $300. Going to cost you $1,200 in the States. Click the link below, and they have different sizes. They have them in 200 AH, 250 AH, 300 AH, whatever. I'm going to go into detail about all that in future videos with all these components. I'm going to show you all the research on every single component. I just have to do it in separate videos. So your next component is going to be your power inverter. Now you're going to have to do research on whatever you're trying to power, the device you're trying to power, and how many watts it takes. So you're going to have to match these up. If you got a 12 volt system, you need a 12 volt inverter. Like I said, I'm going to do videos explaining all this in the next few days. But what I've got here is a 3,000 watt power inverter. It puts out a lot of power. And I've grabbed a skill saw, and the reason I grabbed a skill saw is because you see these videos, people do fans and things like that. A fan only pulls 100 watts. That skill saw is going to drain 1,000 watts just to start up. So check this out. All right, I'm going to show you. Nothing's hooked up. Goes to my solar panel right there. Comes right over through here, through our battery, our charge controller. Pick this thing up. That's it, y'all. You got power. What that device down there does is converts DC power to AC power. Your vehicles and things like that are DC, it's direct current. Your household items are AC, it's alternating current. I'm going to explain all that. Just stay tuned for these videos. Over the next week, I'm going to break down all this and explain every single device. There's tons of different varieties of every one of these devices. They come in different voltages, different amperage ratings, all that stuff. And you need to learn about all that stuff, but I'm just getting started. And remember, if you're getting ready to build a solar system and you're looking for batteries, click the link below. And remember, if you're getting ready to build a system and you're looking for batteries, click the link below. I've got them for $300 in my TikTok shop. They're at the very top item on my showcase. And when you go, if you want to go to my TikTok shop showcase, all this stuff, I've got all survival stuff at the very top on the way down. There's tools and things like that in there. But the main reason I'm telling you about these batteries is because they're hard to find at this price. The rest of this stuff, you can find it anywhere all day long, Marketplace, Amazon, everywhere. It's all pretty much the same price. But these batteries, I found a vendor, and I'm telling you, they're a quarter of what you will pay for them in the United States. And you can look up, they're made from the exact same stuff, the exact same parameters. Everything's the same on them. I've got 4 of those, and I got 2 more on the way. Hit the link down below if you're interested in one. But stick around. The rest of the week, I'm going to finish doing this series on this solar system. By the end of the week, you'll know everything you need to know about a solar system and what you're going to try to power with it and what you need. So I just finished the video on showing y'all how to hook up a basic 12-volt solar system. The rest of the week, I'm going to show you and explain to you all these different components that you can put in your solar system. It's just like anything else you build. You can have as many components in it as you want or as few as you want. And what this thing is sitting on is this box right here. This right here is where I keep all my solar. It's called my panic box. But what you can do is you can take this box and put your solar system in the box, obviously except for your panel. But this box can be like a same thing as a generator, same thing as a gas-powered generator. You put your batteries in it and you put all these components in it to where all you've got to do, I've even got little fans right here that you can drill holes and put in these boxes and you know, to keep it cool from the inside. So you can move this around. Like if you've got 4 batteries or 5 batteries like I do, you can put all those batteries in there and get all this stuff hooked up. We're going to build one. I'm going to show you how to build it. I'm going to use this one to do it. That way you've got a generator. You don't have to have gasoline for this. Now, obviously, you're going to have solar panels, but you've got a handle on it. You can take it anywhere you want to take it. And if you've got batteries stored in there, you can have power stored in those batteries, and it'll last you a couple days, depending on what you're trying to power, you know. But in the event of an emergency or something like that, and you're not going to have gas, this is the next best thing. It's called a solar generator. But stick around the rest of the week. I'm going to show y'all in detail what every one of these devices are. You got little fuse panels you can put in there, your battery meter, all kinds of different stuff, different charge controllers. I'm going to explain those, different size inverters, all these different cables and cords. I'm going to explain everything about this and how to build your own solar system throughout the next week. I gave you a basic video today. We're going to go into detail starting tomorrow with different devices, what they do, what you may need for different things, what you're running, all the details that you need to know, because there's a lot to learn when it comes to this stuff. You can't just go buy the first battery you see and the first panel you see and expect to run your RV or your house, whatever it is that you're doing. But you can learn what you need and what you got to put together to, you know, take care of what you got to do. I just finished the video on a basic solar system. If you've not seen it yet, go back to my page and watch it. Now, what I'm going to do for the rest of the week is I'm going to show y'all your solar system can be as complex as you need it to be, or it can be as super simple to run one refrigerator or one deep freezer, whatever you need. Everybody's needs are going to be different, but I'm going to show you what all these different components are, and I'm going to explain what every one of them does in detail and the different parameters of them. You've got different voltages, different amperages, different load values. All this stuff is kind of complicated, so I'm gonna break it down throughout the next week in videos and show y'all that, and y'all want to stay tuned. But one of the first things I'm going to show you is how to build your very own solar generator. Now, what that means is You know how you got a gas powered generator, you pour gas in it, crank it up, produces electricity? You can build one with batteries the same way, and all you need is a tote like this right here with wheels on it and a handle on it, and you put your batteries down in it. And you've even got these little fans right here that you can drill holes in the side of it and put those fans in there to keep it cool and stuff like that. You put all your battery meters in there, you put little shelves in it, and you put plugs on the outside of it, so that way you just drag this thing, I call it my panic box. You drag it wherever you need power at, just like you would a generator, and you hook up whatever you need to it once you get it put together. And then when you need to power it up, you just hook a solar panel to it. You can also fix them with these cords where you can power them up. You can charge them from your house. You can charge them with a solar panel. You can charge them with a generator, your car, whatever you want to do. I'm going to show you how to hook different plugs up in there so you can power different things up. And then I'm going to show you how to hook up the plugs of your power going out to your refrigerator, your devices, whatever you want to do if you're going camping or whatever. But this, in a survival situation, a generator will bring attention to you. This right here, silent, will not bring attention to you. And it's renewable through the sun if you use a solar panel. But I'm going to explain all this in these videos coming up next week. I'm going to do better about the videos, give y'all more information that you need to build yourself a solar system so you can get by when the power grid goes out.